phrase before around the Texans. This is the biggest game in their franchise history. The Colts and Peyton Manning come in on Sunday. The other hated division rival, the Titans, are here tonight.
From Houston, Andre Davis takes it from the 4. And Davis with a block across the 30 from the open field, chased down at the 37 by Ryan Mouton, a cornerback for the Titans. Good field position for Matt Schaub. Went to school at Virginia. Was the backup for Michael Vick with the Falcons for 3 years now. The Atlanta Falcons, Houston Texans, I should say, quarterback. It's been a good season for Schaub. 3rd in the NFL in yards per game, 295. He really has fit around this offense and expanded what he does.
Yeah, he's been very efficient, but he's been a slow starter. He wants to start fast tonight against this very aggressive Tennessee defense.
Chris Brown figures to see a little more action tonight. He's in the backfield. Pass for Andre Johnson is incomplete. Stephen Tulloch there for the coverage. Schaub's second throw is caught by James Casey, the 5th-round pick out of Rice. Will have 3rd down coming up. Just a gain of 1, so it's 3rd and 9 for Schaub, who is pressured and brought down by Tony Brown. Those non-stop motor guys up front get the sack. It's 3 and out.
Well, here comes the pressure. You're going to see it coming off the left side. Dwayne Brown is going to have his hands full in these passing situations. And Schaub pushes up in the pocket. The Tennessee Titans play a lot of 2-deep zone with a 4-man rush. And they know how to rush the passer. Nobody open. Good defense.
41-year-old Matt Turk punts it away for the Texans. Fair catch by Kevin Case-Faharn. The kick was 44, no return, and here comes Houstonian Vince Young on the field. Vince Young has played some great football in this city during his high school days. A couple of times the University of Texas came over to play games. And the one game he played here against Houston, he had the overtime run for 39 yards and lived on highlight reels for quite a while. You know he's got some extra juice as he starts his 4th game of the season.
Well, he's a rock star in Houston, and you can sense the crowd. There's a lot of Vince Young fans here in the city of Houston, that's for sure.
Drive start at the 19. And the league's leading rusher, Chris Johnson. It's about 2.5 yards. Sean Cody with the tackle. Taylor's there with Chris Johnson. Johnson to the left. Brought down by Mario Williams, a former #1 overall pick.
Mario Williams now a complete football player. He can rush the quarterback and he can play the run. You'll see the discipline coming down the line. Boscave cannot make the block, and he catches Chris Johnson from behind. Well done, Mario Williams. Force a 3rd and long for the Tennessee Titans. They do not want to be in this situation.
Five defensive backs flag down as Young throws complete. Coming across is Lovell Hawkins for a 1st down at the 31-yard line if it stands. Looks like it won't. Jerome Bozer is our referee tonight.
Illegal shift, offense, 2-minute moving practice and not getting set. 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
You know, going back to that 2nd down running play where Mario Williams made the tackle, that's an error on Vince Young. You have the motioning tight end coming down to cut off the backside. That motion landmark has to be there. You have got to get your motion men in position to make these blocks. That's an early mistake by Vince Young.
So he was too far outside and couldn't get the block.
Empty out the backfield on 3rd and 11. Williams lets Scaife go. Scaife cleaned up by Brian Cushing, the rookie out of USC. 3 and out to Tennessee.
Well, 3rd down and 11. You know Frank Bush, defensive coordinator, is going to place him too deep. Take a look at Cushing dropping into his zone. He's going to see the screen all the way and beat Chris Johnson to the punch. That's why Brian Cushing is a legitimate Rookie of the Year candidate on defense. He has really wowed people in the AFC, that's for sure.
Brett Kern kicked with Denver earlier this year. Glenn Martinez is also a former Bronco. Back deep to receive. On the run, Martinez gets a 35-yard kick, comes down the sideline in great field position for Matt Schaub and the Texans. They're in Titans territory at the 36. Schaub, pass to Johnson, in stride, Andre Johnson to the 21. Give him 15, the first down to Houston.
Well, Matt Schaub gets up here, uses a quick count, and catches the Tennessee Titans in a blitz. Man-to-man coverage, just a simple under route. Ball's thrown perfectly, and there's another missed tackle. Bad angle by the safety man. But you get that guy the ball where he can run with it, that's a major problem.
The Titans give him that cushion all day. Schaub will have a huge night.
Big back, Chris Brown in the game. Goes to the left. Give him a yard and a half. Tony Brown makes the tackle. You see Cortland Finnegan being pulled out of there and some pushing, and that's what we talked about with these teams. There's dislike. There's to the echo of the whistle and beyond. And there's a guy right in the middle of it, cornerback Cortland Finnegan.
Well, I like this guy. He competes even on running plays. He told us, I'm going to test these guys around a pile. Cortland Finnegan, pound for pound, the strongest guy on Jeff Fisher's football team. That's what he told us last night, and he loves to mix it up.
Play clock is down at 2-1, and Matt Schaub is forced to call a timeout. And Gary Kubiak's very upset with the referee. He feels like there should have been a reset of the play clock. Let's see what happens here. He feels like there should have been a reset of the play clock, which did not happen after the skirmish.
There was no charge timeout. We will pump the play clock back up to 25 seconds and replay second down.
What did Finnegan tell us last night, guys? He said, I brought my checkbook. What does that mean?
He expects to be fined.
Right.
It's going to be that kind of night tonight. I was kind of surprised there wasn't a little extracurricular activities pregame. These teams were pretty jacked up for this one.
Well, he got underneath Terrell Owens' skin last week, and that's part of his game. And for the people at home, I think we all need to remember Cortland Finnegan is a Pro Bowl cornerback. He missed some games. He was hurt with a hamstring. They missed him. He is one heck of a football player. He got a chip on his shoulder, that's for sure.
Jeff Fisher was unhappy with the play clock reset, but it was the right thing. The signal was given. They just didn't hit the button. Schaub starting in the red zone. Out of the pocket. Finds Chris Brown. Tackled by Stephen Tulloch. It goes to the 12-yard line. Gain of 7.
The one thing I've noticed about Matt Schaub and studying him as he's matured as an NFL quarterback is the movement within the pocket. You know, there were times he was kind of a statue back there, but now as he grows and matures and understands what he's doing, you're seeing a quarterback now that has that feel, that presence in the pocket to find a void and the area to throw the football. Much improved, and he continues to grow.
In these short yardage situations, an area that Texans have really struggled this year.
Slayton's the lone back, and John will go empty backfield here. Schaub got it. Kevin Walter, first and goal, Houston at the 5.
Well, that's an impressive throw. A sharp slant pattern in a tight red zone. You got to be on time, and you have to be deadly accurate. And Matt Schaub loves working underneath the center. He threw the ball perfectly where Walter could catch it and protect himself before the safety beat down on him. That's an excellent throw. Big third down conversion.
Big rangy guy who plays opposite Andre Johnson. At 6'3", a good target. Slayton's the back, and we have a whistle.
False start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Chris White. I told you about those 2 guards who are in here for the last month plus. They have to take over for the starting guards who are out for the year.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the Texans to get a lead and jump on Tennessee and force Vince Young to play a kind of game that he doesn't want to play, that they haven't had to play since he's been back.
Still first and goal. Here's Chris Brown, the veteran, to the left. Got most of the penalty yardage back as Finnegan and Griffin knocked him out of bounds.
What you see from Chris Brown is a physical presence. At 6'3", 234 pounds, he will bring it. You see Finnegan being blocked by Andre Johnson. Spins out of the block, and there's some contact right there. What the Texans want to do is get that physical presence. They know when you play the Titans, it's a mauling style of game. That's what Chris Brown brings this offense for the Texans.
Second and goal, back to Brown on the ground. Boy, he took a vicious shot in there as he actually got the side or back of one of the Titans players for his couple of yard gain. It's only been 43 carries for Chris Brown this year, a guy who was a Titan drafted by Tennessee in 2003.
Well, running the football has been a huge problem for the Houston Texans. And who'd have thought that with Alex Gibbs, Gary Kubiak? But Steve Slayton has had a real problem running the football. Only 3.1 yards per carry. The Texans are 28th in the NFL in rushing, and it's unheard of.
Third and goal. Johnson lines up against Finnegan in the slot. Close to you. Shaw, a little underneath shovel for Slayton. To the goal line. No signal yet. Yes, touchdown, Houston.
Take a look at the replay. Here's what happens when you come off a bye week, Jaws. You can come up with some gadget plays. Good look by the Texans. They sell a drop-back pass. They invite the pass rush. And Matt Schaub just shovels it for the score. That's an impressive play. I'm sure the Titans hadn't seen that. Good work off the bye week.
Steve Slayton, that was a big-time run, powered his way in the end zone.
Extra point added by Chris Brown. Football's little things. That illegal shift penalty, no first down for Tennessee. A poor net punt, 23 yards of net. Gave Schaub great field position. Cashes in on the drive. 7-0 Houston. Michael Griffin back deep to receive. And he'll take it from inside the 5. Well covered by Andre Davis, who usually brings kicks back. Special teams play, forward progress will mark him out past the 10. Drive started at the 14 for Vince Young, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2006, when he was taken number 3 overall by the Titans. First down play action pass for Young. And it's caught out of bounds for Nate Washington. And a first down at the 28-yard line. Gain of 14. This pass on first down is incomplete. It'll be second down. Guys, when he left the team, people weren't sure. Can Vince Young come back and be a leader on this team? Well, as they go 0-6, Kerry Collins is benched. They turn to Vince, and he stepped in on and off the field.
You know, the two things that I've noticed about Vince Young, in preparation for this game, watching him on tape, he was very calm. He looked like a much more mature quarterback. Meeting with him last night and speaking to him, he now understands the importance of hard work and what it takes to be successful at this level. He certainly has matured.
Here's Johnson bouncing outside to the left. Cuts it up for a gain of about 5.5 with third down coming up. More manageable third down.
Well, Vince Young came into the league and lit it up as a rookie. They changed systems. They brought in a new offensive coordinator, Mike Heimerdinger. Vince is in the second year in Mike's system. And like a lot of young guys, I hate to break it to you, some of these guys just need to mature a little bit. This is a different level of football. And Vince Young has learned a lot playing for Jeff Fisher and watching Kerry Collins. And I think he benefited from watching.
Third and 4. And Young lobbing it down the sideline for Washington, and the rookie Glover Quinn was there and in the way. They want a flag on the Tennessee sideline, not getting one. 4th down.
Well, this is a guy, Glover Quinn, who's come in here as a rookie out of New Mexico. They're going to fake a quick screen right here and try to get him with a trick play down to the far sideline. Great effort by Glover Quinn. And here's a guy that has really come in here and done well with all the injuries that they had in training camp at the cornerback position.
And he covered Austin Collie of the Colts last week pretty much man-to-man, did a really good job. And you go up against players like that, you better be ready. Glover was ready.
Glover took over.
Yes, he did. We were waiting for that.
51-yard kick to the 15. Much better kick by Kern. And well covered by Ryan Mouton, with a penalty marker down on the return. Glover also got away with a hold on that play, by the way. He did hold Washington.
During the kick, receiving team, number 93, half the distance to the goal line. Houston keeps the ball, first down.
Guys, 1 year ago today, the Tennessee Titans were playing the New York Jets, and the Titans were undefeated. Lost to the Jets. They eventually did have a good season, but I don't think people were expecting, after last year's success, a Titan team to come out 0-6 and just be embarrassed on the defensive side of the ball. There were reasons, and they have turned it around here the last 3 games. Schaub pass deflected in the air and incomplete. It was knocked down by Kevin Vickerson, defensive lineman. What's happened here the last 3 games to get this defense turned in the right direction?
Well, you know what? They haven't really played the kind of teams they played early in the season. They saw Peyton Manning, Tom Brady in a blizzard. They've gotten their secondary healthy. Finnegan's back. Vincent Fuller, their rookie, their nickel back, is back. Nick Harper is back. So 3 key members of their secondary are back. That frees them up to do much more in the secondary, and that's a big part of winning football.
John, they made a lot of mistakes. They blew a lot of coverage. They weren't playing well. They're certainly better now because they're healthy, but they've made a lot of missed coverage errors.
Play action. Schaub, a shot down the field. Walter got another big one. To the 35, gain of 28, first down, Houston.
Matt Schaub is one of the best play-action quarterbacks in the NFL, and it is not easy to turn your back to the defense and locate receivers as Schaub does here. Good, hard run fake. Sets up nicely in the pocket, finds Kevin Walter downfield. It's difficult when you turn your back to the defense and then try to locate the coverage. Schaub excels at it.
2 big catches here for Walter. One a first down on the last drive. That one 28 yards. Slayton moving to the left. He'll end up just shy of the 40. 2nd and 5, and there goes Slayton to the right. Trying to deliver the blow to Hartberg. Has the first down at the 49-yard line. This is the guy who was 6th in the league last year, John. Almost 1,300 rushing yards.
I really believe coming in here that Steve Slayton was going to have a big night. They need this guy. If they want to make the playoffs and move on, they need Steve Slayton. They're going to get a lot of 2 deep looks and some premier looks for him tonight.
And the guy who he needs and the entire running game needs, Vontae Leach, the fullback, is shaken up. We'll take a timeout here in Houston. And Chris Brown has seen more action here in this first quarter. Schaub got a great block from Brown, who's picked off Vanden Bosch. And the pass to Andre Johnson was incomplete. You mentioned Vontae Leach. Huge part of what they do offensively, the fullback.
Well, they're a big 2-back team. Let's see how he did it. There you see him coming in on the left side of your screen. Looks like he just took a blow to the left knee there.
He was favoring his left leg. You look at the right portion of your screen. As Gerald McGrath, the rookie from Southern Miss, who's starting tonight for the Titans for the injured David Thornton, went down low. So James Casey, the rookie out of Rice, lines up in the fullback slot. Very versatile player. Schaub, nobody open first time around. Gets it to Brown, who's 4 yards shy of the first down. Tulloch and McGrath, the tackle.
You know, John talked earlier about that Tennessee defense. They like to play that 2 deep shell, 5 underneath, only rush 4, kind of squeeze down the passing lanes. What we're seeing so far is Matt Schaub being patient, not forcing the football into those tight windows. So far, so good. Take the check down, stay out of those 3rd and long situations.
Yeah, these 3rd down and 1 to 4s. This is where the Titans like to play man-to-man coverage. And Matt Schaub told us this is where he'd like to take some shots. Here it is, man-to-man.
Send a linebacker out there with Slayton. Schaub Goes that way. He couldn't hit it. Incomplete. You started to see that little, we got a linebacker on Slayton. That might not work.
He had it. He had the right coverage, but he was under duress. There was pressure on Schaub, and he had to get rid of the football before it really defined itself. But he had the matchup. He couldn't hit it.
Jacob Ford should be credited for that pressure for the Titans. And Kevin Casefaharn goes back to receive. 41-year-old Matt Turk will try to hit him inside the 10. Not close. They'll just net 25. Best starting field position of the night for the Titans, their own 20. Play action for Vince, looking for a shot down the field. On the comeback, Kenny Britt, the rookie from Rutgers, has it. There's a marker down as Britt gets up and goes for a gain of 21. Let's check the flag.
While the quarterback was still in the pocket, illegal contact, defense, number 23, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
23 is Dante Robinson.
Well, the Houston Texans are going to jump into an 8-man front. They are not going to let the Titans run the ball. But up the top of the screen, they're going to make Vince Young throw it. Just a stutter, go, come back. You see the contact. But the Texans on defense, they are going to play an 8-man front. They are daring Vince Young to throw the football. Watch this unfold.
Yeah, he will have one-on-one on the outside pretty much all night long. Can he execute?
The official who threw the flag in the conference with the referee said the pass was incomplete. Never gave that signal. It was an incomplete pass, so that's why they take the penalty. And Chris Johnson runs for 4 yards. Young has space to throw and throws downfield for Nate Washington. Incomplete as the tackle was either timed perfectly by Eugene Wilson or an interference call that was missed.
You can't make a better throw than Vince Young made right there. Moves around in the pocket, buys a little time, allows Nate Washington to get deep down the field. You'll see him come in motion, sticks to the inside, over the top. He is open as Eugene Wilson chases. That ball is right on his hands. Look at him looking in, but can't come up with the catch. Vince Young, the throw was magnificent. There was pressure on him. He moved around in the pocket as Mario Williams chased him from the backside, sets his feet, throws it perfectly.
A good call by the official down there as well. 3rd and 7. Vince crossed to Bo Scaife, another former Texas Longhorn, has a first down at the 41 in front of the safety Pollard.
This is what I like to see Vince Young do. Operate in the pocket. You come back, your receiver drops a big ball, but you're going to see Scaife working on a basic cross. But watch Vince Young, calm and cool in the pocket, slide up in there and get to his alternate receiver. Watch his eyes, Ron. He sees a lot, and he's calm and cool and accurate. That's a big-time first down for the Titans.
Here's Chris Johnson. This is where he gets dangerous. Get him to the outside with that speed. He takes it out to the 47-yard line. Zach Dials with the tackle. 1,091 yards coming into tonight. The leading rusher and the most yards from scrimmage in the National Football League for Chris Johnson. That eye-popping average, too. Yeah, almost 6.5 per carry.
Hey, Mike, we've covered a lot of great running backs this season. I know Adrian Peterson is one of the best in the business, but I've watched Chris Johnson every run he's made this year. This guy is playing out of his mind. To me, right now, he's the hottest running back in the NFL.
They can let the quarter run down if they so choose. This is interesting. Jeff Fisher took a timeout. He didn't have to. He didn't have to because the quarter was going to run out. The quarter was going to run out before a delay of game, so they did not need to take that timeout. I don't know why they did it, but they did.
The last
football player that happened to run track.
The last 3 games, John, 25 touches a game. He's been durable.
Another timeout. Here we go with some option with Vince and Chris. Across the 40, a flag down as he's down at the 35. Let's check the flag here at the back end of the quarter and see if that comes back. L.G. Crumpler's trying to sell a Houston hold. Would have been a gain of 17.
Yeah, but how about the play call?
I was waiting for you guys. So excited when you saw
There's
that
no
option.
foul for pass interference. The pass on the quarterback was backwards. The result of the play is a first down.
And the Titans cross midfield for the first time as the quarter comes to an end. Well, the ties of Houston football. Remember, the Oilers were the Titans for the first 37 years of their existence. They went off to Nashville, and now the Houston Texans are here. Bud Adams, who still lives in Houston, took his team and went to Nashville, Tennessee when he couldn't get a stadium built here. And Bob McNair stepped in to take over the Houston football fate. And there's Bum Phillips sitting to Mr. McNair's left, your right. And it was the coach of the Houston Oilers for 5 full seasons. Quarter starts with 1st and 10. And Young throws a perfect ball to Britt. Kenny, the rookie out of Rutgers, takes it to the 21. Nice block by Chris Johnson, too. Gain of 15.
Well, the one thing I've noticed on Vince Young in preparation for this game is the calmness in the pocket. Do not let the blitz affect you. Here, pressure right up the middle, right in his face. He calmly stays in the pocket. Weight on the back foot, strides through, and delivers a strike to Kenny Britt. That's the maturity you're seeing in Vince Young. He had the time off. Take a deep breath. Now he understands what it takes to play his position at the NFL level on a consistent basis.
Johnson up the middle. Takes it to the 17-yard line before Cushing makes the tackle, John.
And nobody talks about the Titans offensive line enough. They got a Pro Bowl left tackle, Michael Roos. I don't know how many Pro Bowls Kevin Mawai, the center's been to.
A lot.
And that right side of the offensive line, they're like a law firm. Scott, Stewart, and Mawai. These guys run the football and they pass protect as well as any group in pro football.
Johnson, look at him dance to the space and get to the hole on the left side and get near the 14, 13-yard line. Third and 3, they fake the reverse. Young throws on the run to Kenny Britt. The rookie from Rutgers catches his first NFL touchdown.
At Vince Young. The Tennessee Titans love 3rd down and 3s to 4. They converted 11 out of 17 last week, and they love to move the pocket with Vince Young. Right out of the fake. Watch him roll to his right, and on the backside, here comes his rookie, Kenny Britt, the youngest guy in the National Football League. That's his first career touchdown. But Vince Young, he did it with the option. They moved the pocket, and he threw the ball against the blitz. That's a big drive for the Tennessee Titans.
Rob Baronis adds the extra point. What a drive. 9 plays and 80 yards. And John, you mentioned it. Kenny Britt turned 21 in September. Youngest player on an active roster and the youngest player in franchise history to score a touchdown. Baronis kicks. Andre Davis Fields at the 4. Team here on the right. Baronis the kicker. Good job to knock him down at the 40. Back to the touchdown.
Well, let's take a look at the touchdown, Jaws. You're going to see Vince Young. He's going to roll out to his right, look for Chris Johnson in the flat. And if he's not there, he'll pump the ball on the over route. But the threat of Vince Young running the football lures the defenders to him. And that's a pinpoint throw over the top to Kenny Britt. What a throw.
I'm actually surprised he didn't take Chris Johnson in the flat. That would have been the first down. But right now, he's just bubbling with confidence. He's reading his progression, gets the touchdown. Excellent design and well executed.
Matt Schaub takes over from the 40, getting Andre Johnson involved. Gain of a couple. Trey, thank you. 2nd and 8. Good news for the Texans. Vontae Leach, the fullback, back in. Clearing a little path for Chris Brown to get within a yard of the first down as Stephen Tulloch makes the tackle.
You know, it's important that the Texans get this running game going. Obviously, The Titans are playing a lot of two deep zone. They're rotating coverage to Andre Johnson. They're saying there's no way Andre Johnson is getting loose this time. So the Texans have got to really be methodical in their attempt to run the football, Jaws.
Well, you're running against 7 in the box. You've got to be effective running the football. Run the football. Force the Titans to bring one of those safeties down. Then you're going to get the one-on-one on the outside with Andre Johnson.
Empty it out here on 3rd and 1. Schaub throws complete to the slot receiver David Anderson out of Colorado State. A lot of Chris Brown at running back tonight. Physical at 6'3", but he's met on the other side of the line by Stephen Tulloch, Gerald McGrath, and the rest of the Tennessee defense. You know, you guys talk about, there's Michael Griffin there. He took a little bit of a shot and is slow to get up. It was Griffin last night, guys, who told us how important his role was tonight with Andre Johnson. What did he say about number 80?
Yeah, don't let him get over the top of me. I'm going to be watching him no matter what they're doing. He remembers that Andre Johnson over the last 2 games has 21 catches for 356 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Important to their defense tonight, shaken up. Injury timeout. During the timeout, they've been looking at Michael Griffin, former University of Texas star, made the Pro Bowl last year. Vincent Fuller comes in to replace him. Second and 12, look out from behind. It is Fuller who came in as they switched safety spots and made the play on Schaub for a big loss.
Well, when you get your corners back and you're confident in playing man-to-man coverage, you're not afraid to dial up a blitz. And here comes Fuller, unaccounted for. Timely blitz, good call by Chuck Cecil, the defensive coordinator.
That's a situation where Matt Schaub has to understand he only has 1 blocker, Chris Brown, to pick up 2 rushing defenders. 2 come, 1 blocker, you're hot, the ball's got to come out of his hand.
Fuller's 2nd career sack, 5 years in the league. 3rd and long. Schaub tries to get away from Vanden Bosch and could not. Kyle Vanden Bosch twists Schaub's leg and gets his 2nd sack of the season. And all they did on that drive was go backwards.
Boy, Kyle Vanden Bosch, he just does it with relentless energy. You see him coming off right up the middle on a stunt. You can't even see where this guy lines up half the time because their defensive line coach moves him around, especially in 3rd downs. You try to find a weak link to get Vanden Bosch a one-on-one, and he delivered there.
Oh, look out up the middle. Turk just got that one away. Kevin Case-Faharn, fair catch of a 45-yard punt. And the Titans will take over at the 16-yard line. Since momentum shifted a little bit there after that long drive engineered by Vince Young in Tennessee. Walked down the field, last drive, 80 yards to tie the game at 7. The first down throw for Young. Slides down, gets a couple of yards, with Dante Robinson closing in on him.
Yeah, this Mike Heimerdinger, the offensive coordinator of the Titans, is really good. You adjust your offense like this, the way he has from Gary Collins to Vince Young, that's hard to do. But he sees the Texans playing this over defense, and he knows how to scheme fronts as well as most guys I've ever met.
Second and 8, here's Johnson running to the right with Cushing waiting for him. And no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Back to that point that you just said, scheming fronts. You're starting to talk about how play callers and offensive coordinators design their game plan for the week. And I guess where your answers are, first you have to find out what the questions are. And that's how those guys line up front on defense.
Well, that's the first thing you do is you figure out which front the opponent plays and what coverage goes with each front. And then you try to diagram your game plan to attack that front. And Mike Heimerdinger knows what front the Texans are in, and he's done a very good job mixing it up and attacking them so far.
Vince is having a tough time with this crowd.
And the Titans burn their 2nd time out here of this 2nd quarter.
He knows how to scheme the fronts, man.
So you don't need just to have Vince Young at quarterback. You have Jay Cutler, anyone that has some mobility.
3rd and 7, and when we have a whistle, it'll be 3rd and 12.
False start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still third
It's a
down.
natural reflex for referees. They just say holding because they have to call it so often. And it's interesting. Mike Heimerdinger had a change what the Titans were doing offensively midstream. And you saw that shot from when he was the coordinator in Denver. He had that in his background. He has used it, able to bring it back out to help maximize Vince Young's skill set in his second tour of duty as the Titans quarterback. 3rd and 12, just going to run it with Johnson. There's Cushing, the rookie. Boy, he's all over the field.
You know, Mike, as you're talking about Mike Heimerdinger, what he's able to do, they've gone from a passing team to a running team, and that's hard to do mid-season.
Yeah, but watch Brian Cushing, the rookie linebacker out of USC. That's what you call shooting your gun if you're a linebacker. You recognize the handoff, get after the back. And that's a heck of a job by Brian Cushing.
Brett Kern, who kicked with the Broncos earlier, 3rd punter for the Titans this year. Craig Hentrick, their very good veteran, lost to injury. 43-yard kick, fair caught by Glenn Martinez, in good field position for the Texans at their own 42.
42 Shaw. That was too short for James Casey. And incomplete. And part of the construction of this team with Gary Kubiak as the head coach is how do you beat the finesse way the Colts play and the physical way the Titans play and find something that works. The 42, here goes Steve Slayton protecting the ball as he moves out to the 48 for a gain of 6. By the way, Michael Griffin, who went out with that stinger, is back in the game on defense for Tennessee.
Oh, here's Steve Slayton running a stretch play. You see the penetration. He bounces it to the outside. He's protecting the football. That's a good start. He's got a touchdown. He's had a couple nice carries. He just needs to get that confidence back. And the more success he has, the longer Gary Kubiak will stay with him.
Yeah, and Eric Winston, the right tackle, has got to do a better job. Can't allow that penetration, force that thing back in the backfield too quick.
Tennessee got good pressure blitzing Schaub with this personnel group last time. This time the pressure's picked up, and Schaub has Casey downfield. And the rookie from Rice has his biggest NFL play with a first down at the 16.
Matt Schaub, calm in the pocket, pressure around him, bodies flying around him. But I love the fact where the eyes were. They were down the field. A lot of quarterbacks, once they escape that pocket, they're going to run. The eyes were downfield. He finds Casey. Big play to the athletic tight end.
Yeah, but who's covering James Casey? I just don't understand some of these coverages where receivers are running wide open against the Titans secondary.
Casey marked out at the 19, so the game's officially 32. And the Texans back in the red zone. Schaub over the middle to Kevin Walter. He'll be pulled down at the 14 by Tulloch. You guys talked about Casey, and they have a player here who was on his way on to a Pro Bowl season, the tight end Owen Daniels, who tore his ACL in his knee week 8 against Buffalo and is obviously out for the rest of the year.
I don't think there was a tight end playing any better in the league than Owen Daniels. He got hurt, but the Texans love this guy, James Casey, the baseball player at Rice, 25-year-old rookie. They love his athleticism. We saw a glimpse of it already early in this game.
14, Brown. Chris will gain a couple of 3rd and short. Another tackle for Tulloch, who's been active. Yeah, you mentioned James Casey. As a rookie out of Rice, who they took in the 5th round. Guy played 7 different positions during his brief time at Rice. He pitched for the Chicago White Sox for 3 years. That's why he's such an old rookie. And then when he was over here in Houston at Rice, they finally found a position for him, tight end. He was 3rd in the nation with 111 receptions. His versatility, they hope, can make up for some of what Daniels did.
Houston.
Andre Johnson, 6'3", 230 pounds, and Nick Harper tried to press him at the line of scrimmage. And it's all about the release, and then Matt Schaub just throws this one out in the box, a little alley-oop. This was like taking candy from a baby, because Andre Johnson ran a terrific route against Nick Harper. One-on-one, beat him.
Chris Brown adds the extra point. Looking at a good one, 14-7. Houston retakes the lead. Pivotal game, they're 5-4, and their star, Andre Johnson, comes up with a touchdown reception, his 5th on the year. A guy who does not get the publicity that he deserves, given how good he is. Michael Griffin returns the kickoff to the 25-yard line. Vince Young takes it over from the 25. Chris Johnson's been held in check. Runs into Amobi Okoye. Young got out of the pocket to the touchdown catch man, Britt. Yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down. Maybe it's because he doesn't complain. He doesn't say everything's my quarterback's fault, my offensive coordinator's fault. For whatever reason, Andre Johnson doesn't get the love that his game deserves.
Yeah, he's not a diva. You know, the guy actually is the hardest worker on the team. He's in early. He's out late. The guy just works at his craft, his trade. He doesn't want the cameras on him. He just loves playing the game and does whatever it takes to help his team win. Why don't people recognize a guy like that and give him his due?
Third and 1. There goes Johnson for the first down at the 39-yard line.
That tells you a lot about Chris Johnson right there. 3rd down and 1. You get into a short yardage situation. That's when they used to go to Lendale White, their big back. But Chris Johnson shows you he can run behind a push. Hey, this guy's a physical inside runner. And we were surprised. I thought Lendale White would get some looks in short yardage and goal line tonight.
Lendale's only carried 59 times in the first 9 Titans games this year. Back here in Houston, Mike Tirico, Ron Jaworski, John Gruden, Michelle Tafoya down on the sideline. 14-7. The Texans trying to get to 6-4. Johnson got a block from his wide receiver. Stays on his feet right through the tackle of Cushing and explodes down the sideline. What a run by Chris Johnson.
Maybe you ought to reconsider, Mike, what I was saying. You know, guy's pretty good.
Hey, it's a 2-minute drill. It's the 2-minute drill. They're expecting a pass rush. They run a draw. Watch the block on your right side. Bang! You get a one-on-one, and look at that power. Running right over Brian Cushing. And when this guy finds his stride, look out. But look at Nate Washington.
Got Bernard Pollard on the block. The run was 36. Johnson has run for 86 tonight. And Young throws complete to Algie Crumpler, who picks up the first down inside the 15. The 9-year veteran Crumpler gets him in the red zone.
These wide receivers, it's a credit to them. They all want to catch passes in this league, but they know they got a home run hitter in their backfield. And Nate Washington levels a big block right there. All of these Tennessee Titan wideouts take a lot of pride in blocking. They showed it right there.
Johnson gets a break. Lendale White is the running back. And he gets his opportunity. And runs for about 3 to the 11-yard line. And Houston's going to take a timeout, try to preserve some clock here with 1:08. There's Eddie George, one of the great runners that we've seen in the franchise history of the Titans. Chance to visit with Eddie today and talk about this guy who has really lit it up in the first part of the season. Chris Johnson, over 1,100 yards now on the season.
I'm with you, Mike.
Yep, 2nd and 6.
I'm with you.
Johnson back in the game. And they run that option to the right with Young, who keeps and gets it down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Titans.
It's the same play. Option football. Can't do this with every quarterback.
You're right.
They're going to hurry up.
Houston took a timeout. Houston's trying to preserve some clock on the other end for themselves. Timeout with 53 seconds left.
Same play here. The flow starts to the left. Here comes Vince Young, one-on-one. Pollard takes the pitch, and Vince Young's not afraid to put that left shoulder pad down and run himself. You saw the size of Vince Young. He is thick, and he is quick, and he likes to run the ball.
And he finishes. He's not diving down on the ground. He's trying to get in the end zone. This has been an interesting drive for the Tennessee Titans. Normally you get in a 2-minute drill. You're talking about throwing the football. They run the football with Chris Johnson. They run the football with Vince Young. These are dynamic, explosive players in the running game. You don't always have to throw the football to get explosive plays. And they are spreading the field horizontally, sideline to sideline, and creating some gaps in the running game.
Here's Lendale White at tailback.
First and goal, and White to the left side. Powers to the goal line and in. And the Titans respond with a touchdown, and the second of the year for Lendale.
Hard to stop that guy. He had 15 touchdowns last year. And in a short yardage and in a goal line situation, running behind Ahmad Hall, you stop it. He gets his pads down. He knows where pay dirt is. Excellent drive by the Titans.
Put together 2 great drives here tonight. Yeah, White was 3rd in the league last year with 15 touchdowns. Just a couple extra point added by Baronis. And we are tied at 14.
Around Vince Young, particularly in the middle of the season.
Very short kickoff. Look out, got to get it. And Andre Davis fields on the bounce at the 20. And Michael Griffin brings him down to 25. So 1 timeout and 44 seconds left for Houston.
But you know, there's a lot of people that for some reason still question whether or not all this talent will transfer to the NFL. He is 21-11 as a starter. Rookie of the year. Had some problems off the field a little bit as a sophomore player. But this guy's proven to you all tonight that he can throw, he can run, he's tough. He loves playing in Houston, too.
And there's always a rush to put these guys in as starters early in their career. He wasn't ready to be a starter at this level.
From the 26 with 1 timeout, here's Slayton. Got a downfield block from his guard. Stuttered, gained 6. Their kicker, Chris Brown, has hit a lot of 50-yard field goals in his career. So if they can get another 25 or 30 yards, they'll give themselves a shot here before the half. Schaub throws complete to David Anderson with 19 seconds left. The first down. The clock stops with Houston taking its final timeout.
You're still okay. You've got 19 seconds left. You could take a shot, middle of the field. That is not eliminated. Take your shot, go down and spike it if you complete one.
And the Titans dominating in that stat category, and the Texans in the pass yard. So it's as you would have scripted this one to go.
I got you.
Out of timeouts, 19 seconds left. Schaub contacted, but still throws complete to Slayton. Tangled up here at the 45. It'll be second down. Can they clock it and get one last play off? No. Well, they were holding Slayton down, made it a lot tougher to do that. And the referees blowing, officials blowing whistles there as the scrum could not be broken up cleanly, and the half comes to an end. So the Titans took it to the letter of the law and got away with one there.
That's one way to end a 2-minute drill.
Houston trying to get to 6-4. Jacksonville's there in this division, but most importantly, that's where all the wild card for the moment teams are. So a big game at half for Houston. Michael Griffin, a former Longhorn, brings it out, and he's tackled just shy of the 25-yard line. And Tennessee comes out on the field. Here's Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Mike, Jeff Fisher told me at halftime he knows his pass defense needs to be better, particularly in play action where they got hurt a lot tonight. He also pointed to a 3rd down play where they almost had a sack. He said we've got to finish those plays. Now, Gary Kubiak wants his offense to stay in manageable 3rd downs, not must-throw situations, stay on schedule. And defensively, he wants to see better tackling in the red zone, Mike.
Tennessee had those 2 long drives on Houston, Michelle, that they finished off with touchdowns. Vince Young 7 of 10 for 70 yards in the first half. There's Johnson. No gain for Chris. We'll take you through Vince's first half.
Well, Vince Young had a great first half. Here's a shot from the pocket for a first down. Nice throw on a square in from the pocket. Here he is scrambling to his right. Vince Young running the option. What else you want your quarterback to do?
A complete half there for Vince with the 70 yards passing, a couple of key runs that he made. And I thought you guys made a great point. Much more under control. Leader taking care of stuff at the line of scrimmage. A different number 10. That's what Jeff Fisher said about his quarterback. Here's a Vince throw wide open, complete across midfield to Bo Scaife for the first down and a gain of 27.
Another spectacular throw by Vince Young. He had great protection in the pocket. That's the key because this is a deep corner route. But look at the calmness, no panic. He waits for that route to clear and sticks a beautiful throw into Bo Scaife. You said it, Mike, there's a calmness to his game. There's no, frenetic movement, John. I know I like to keep you alive with that one.
First down, here comes Johnson. Just a couple of yards for Chris. D'Amico Rhines in on the tackle. Vince has to elude a Mobe Okoye on the run, takes off, pushed out of bounds over there on the Houston side, and a flag comes down. It'll cost 15 as Brian Cushing hit him on the white, and there is a situation similar to the first game on the sideline as players over there on the Houston side, but everybody gets out okay. But it'll be a 15-yard flag on Cushing.
Yeah, you love to see Vince Young get a little fiery, get it going, but get away from that sideline. That's not your sideline, and he clearly is out of bounds.
Unnecessary roughness, defense. Number 56, late hit out of bounds. 15-yard penalty after the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
I wasn't sure it was a hit.
Well, Cushing, he's one of those USC linebackers that chase Vince around in the Rose Bowl. he's still going out.
Still hasn't had him hit him. I wouldn't call that a hit.
Well, Gary Kubiak
grazed him.
Well, his foot was on the white, wasn't it, when he hit him? Right?
Yeah,
what am I up here by myself?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, he grazed him. He didn't hit him.
Okay. He hits him when he's on the white. Is it 15?
I agree. He was out of bounds. Yeah.
I'm not writing the rule book. I'm just reading it to you.
And you're very good at it, Mike.
Jeez, yeah, terrific.
I want the coach to chime in here because he gets along with the officials so well.
Here's Vince taking off up the middle. Almost lost the football. I think he did. It was coming out when he went down. Recovered by Bernard Pollard. Zach Dials was hitting him. The recovery on the field ruled to the Texans.
Well, that was the old college-style option. That ball is clearly out.
It's out, then he tries to regather it. Dials with the hit on the arm. Vince never gets control of it there on the ground. It squirts out. Texans ball.
Chris Brown, who was very busy in the first half. It's about 4 yards on this run here. 6 defensive backs in for the Titans on 3rd and 6. Schaub gets rid of it. Caught by Slayton. Marked for the first down. He got a step in front of Keith Bullock, the veteran.
Real nice route by Steve Slayton. Running back lined up as a wide receiver on Keith Bullock. And he ran that slant route back to the inside, got Bullock to bite inside and wheeled back to the outside, and a perfect throw from Matt Schaub moved the chains for the Houston Texans.
And a nice fingertip catch by Steve Slayton. He can do it all.
It's 36 catches on the year, John, for the running back out of West Virginia. Schaub on time, down the middle to Joel Dreesen. The tight end takes it near midfield for a first down in front of Finnegan. Gain of 23.
Matt Schaub does an outstanding job in the pocket. He looks off the safety, Chris Hope to the right side. That opens up the seam to Joel Dreesen. Down the middle, he puts it right on his hands. Matt Schaub read the coverage beautifully and found Joel Dreesen in the seam.
Texans love to take shots right here, Jaws.
Schaub on play action. It's out of the pocket. It's the fullback, Vontae Leach. Another first down. Yards coming in big chunks here for the Texans.
Yeah, John, I agree with you. They tried to take their shot down the field, but the Titans were well aware of that as well. They expanded their coverage, and they left Vontae Davis alone in the flat. You'll see the hard play action fake, but the Titans do not buy. He knows he's got Vontae Leach out in the flat and hits him with the football. Know where that guaranteed throw is.
3 consecutive passes pick up first downs. Look at Schaub's strong numbers. Chris Brown gains about a yard. The one thing with Brown, a bigger running back at 6'3" and 230, it doesn't have that explosiveness to the run game they had. Slayton would hit a crack and he'd just go.
Two completely different kind of backs.
Well, you know, when you play the Tennessee Titans, they believe in that manhood game. You know, they want to be physical. They believe in that theory of reduction, beat on you till you don't want to get up. And when you look at Chris Brown, he likes that kind of game. He's a big fella that likes to hit it up in there, so it's a kind of a mano-mano game.
Play action with Brown here. Schaub comes to Chris. Good job to hold on as Gerald McGrath, the rookie out of Southern Miss. Again, he starts because David Thornton out with a hip injury, a late scratch before kickoff tonight.
You know, the Houston Texans, they're trying that play action. They keep putting that cheese out there for the Titans to try to bite on it, and they're just staying back. You know, they're not biting on it, so they're forcing Matt Schaub to throw that check down.
Made a whole bunch of 3rd and 1s, 2s, and 3s. Can't make a 3rd and 4 going for Casey. Good coverage by Keith Bullock running down the seam with the rookie.
They call him Mr. Monday Night. Keith Bullock, excellent job carrying a tight end down the field. Take a look at him. He's been doing it for years, Jaws. That's an excellent play on a ball in a key situation.
He is Mr. Monday Night. He always plays well.
Yeah, 5 interceptions in his career. We had him for 3 against New Orleans in one game a few years back. Here's Chris Brown, very good at long field goals. First attempt of the night. It's a 49-yarder. Missed it right, no good. Titans franchise spent 37 years calling Houston home before the move to Nashville. They bounced around those first couple of years in search of a home. And once they settled in Nashville, went to that Super Bowl 34. Chris Johnson runs left. Gains 6 yards. Eugene Wilson may have taken the worst of that contact. The safety slow to get up.
Boy, not many centers can pull like Kevin Mawai. Take a look at this center pull out of here and lead this play to the outside.
16 years. Wow. 16 years doing that. And he can still get outside. You can see he handles Zach Dowles right there.
We saw the contact with Eugene Wilson. We mentioned he was slow to get up and took the worst of it. And Wilson is down on a knee, and the Texans training staff comes out. There's Kevin. 235th NFL game, as we mentioned. He's also the president of the National Football League Players Association. And very well spoken and well versed on the topics at hand with the labor situation that'll play out over the next couple of years.
Yeah, it was nice to hear from Kevin himself last night rather than hear from all the accounts they read about in newspapers. But, you know, he felt confident that there is some progress being made in meetings with Roger Goodell and his staff, that you know, everyone's hoping for the best. You know, everyone's talking lockout and all these other things. But, you know, there was some optimism in talking to Kevin last night.
DeMar Smith, the new head of the Players Union, and Kevin representing the rank and file of the players as the president of the Players Association. 2nd and 4. Here's Young looking deep, looking long for Washington. Almost intercepted by Dante Robinson, who was sitting and waiting on that one. They went downfield as the safety Wilson went out, and John Beasing, the backup, was in.
Same.
Dante Robinson does a terrific job of understanding the route combination. That's always the key for a cornerback. You'll see Vince, he sets up in the pocket, but he's baited by Dante right there. Dante knows that ball is coming. He plays it perfectly, except he doesn't come up with the catch.
Same play they tried in the first half.
Yep.
Love to move the pocket in this situation.
Third and 4. Young gets out to the right, takes off, pass Cushing, first down. And that is the difference maker. He spent all those hours drawing it up, coaching it up. Can't stop it.
Yeah, you run, wide receivers at quarterback in practice. You try to get used to speed until you get on the field and understand what Vince Young can do. You really don't appreciate it. He gets to the outside. You'll see right there, Cushing thinks he's got an angle on him. Are you kidding me? He barely touches Vince Young. He gets around the corner, first down. Vince Young just adds another dimension. That's why it forces teams to play zone. That's why it forces the pass rush to be a must rush. Because you give him a seam, he'll take it.
Chris Johnson runs into Antonio Smith, who had Vince Young right. I mean, he had the target locked in him on that third down. He had him, and then Vince went away. He just grabbed Chris Johnson. You're not getting away from me. There's no chance. Down.
Made the play, and I see my old friend number 92 out there, Jeff Zanina. The guy's played 17 years in the NFL. He's out there making plays, He's about as old as you, isn't he, John?
Same age.
17 years in the NFL at minimum wage. You gotta love a guy like that.
A draw with Johnson up the middle. A nice job by Bernard Pollard diving in to make the play. Third down coming up.
This guy, Pollard, has come in here and played great for the Texans. Take a look at him come down here. He's going to be the unblocked defender, and he has to make this tackle. Excellent job by Bernard Pollard against one heck of a back in the open field.
Pollard was in Kansas City. They cut him. Was out for a couple of weeks. Signed here in Houston. And he has turned this defense around. Play and attitude. 3rd and 9. Young out of the pocket, taken off. Asked for a block and got it. And he got the first down, too. Chris Johnson, take care of that guy over there, because I'm going to move the chains. First down.
What you're seeing is outstanding blocking downfield. They're playing zone, peering back in the backfield, but Vince still has the skill to get outside, looking downfield, nothing there. Now, watch the receivers downfield block. You'll see right there. Just get in the way. That was Hawkins. Just get a little bump block in there to allow Vince Young to get the first down. When a quarterback or Chris Johnson make long runs, I'll guarantee you, wide receivers are downfield getting their body on somebody.
Back-to-back third downs. Young scrambles. Move the chains. Johnson up the middle. Give him 3. Closing in on 100 yards. The leading rusher in the NFL, Chris Johnson.
When you play against Vince Young, you can call all these coverages. You can combo this guy, bracket this guy, but you don't account for the quarterback. And Vince Young can kill you, break your heart scrambling for first downs on third down.
Why don't you count for him? You have to count for him. You see what he can do.
Toss to Johnson. Only 2 yards there. Another third down. It's a designed run. One man to beat, did not beat Bernard Pollard. And we'll have fourth down coming up. Big play by Pollard.
Right on cue, Mike and John, as you were talking about the difference Pollard's made.
How about Bernard Pollard getting released by the Kansas City Chiefs, walking in here and becoming their third leading tackler? He has really come in here and played extremely well.
Another big leg kicker. Tennessee's Rob Baronis for the lead from 50 yards. Right down the middle, and he hits his 50-yarder. Houston missed its 49-yard field goal. Tennessee made its 50-yarder. It's the difference in the game. The Titans lead for the first time. Mentioned it at the very beginning. No team has ever opened 0-6 and won the next 3 games, and the Titans have done that, bouncing back from that awful start with wins over Jacksonville, San Francisco, and Buffalo. A chance to get to 4-6 here tonight and not be too far back with 6 games to go. Short kickoff fielded by the fullback Vontae Leach. Tackled by Jason McCourty. Tennessee's done a decent job limiting the explosive Andre Johnson.
Don't relax on him.
Titans gaining control of this game on the ground with Vince Young scrambling and Chris Johnson's running. It's a run to the right for Chris Brown, who has seen most of the carries. He's carried it 9 of the 12 times for the Texans tonight.
You know, it's not surprising we're seeing a lot of Chris Brown after being out at practice on Saturday and talking to Jeff Fisher. He said, you know, during their bye week, they reevaluated everything they had done in, you know, their first 9 games of the season, and he liked some of the things that Chris Brown was doing. So it really shouldn't be surprising we're seeing as much Chris Brown as we are.
Running to the right again, a couple of yards shy of the first down. Tony Brown has had a big impact on the game. Takes him down with Tulloch.
Well, that's a play where you see the absence of Albert Haynesworth. You know, last year nobody ran the ball straight up the gut and got that kind of surge. And without that big guy in the middle, Jim Washburn, defensive line coach of the Titans, they rely on a lot of quickness, movement, stunting, try to keep those linebackers clean. But 3rd down and 1 is not a fun down to call defenses.
We'll see how good the Texans have been in this situation. Matter of fact, they've made all 5 chances of 3rd and 3 or less. We'll go play action here, and a shot for Johnson. Got it! Andre Johnson into the red zone. There they get it to him on one of their bread and butter plays.
Well, just a moment ago I said don't fall asleep on Andre Johnson. I don't think the Titans necessarily fell asleep on him, but you'll see the play action once again. Andre Johnson screaming down the middle of the field. And you can see Michael Griffin is no match for Andre Johnson once he gets that motor running. Look at the throw by Matt Schaub.
Looking in a 49-yard gain, Johnson. Back in the red zone. Texans trying to retake the lead. Slayton's the running back. It's for the cutback, but that was shut off by Vincent Fuller to limit the game. And after a lot of these snaps, a lot of conversation. Some of it was built up by Keith Bullock during the week. He said, we're looking forward to destroying all playoff hopes and aspirations they have.
Well, they better figure out how to stop Andre Johnson.
Exactly.
Because in every key situation, the Houston Texans find Andre Johnson, and they're doing it again tonight.
Empty backfield on 2nd and goal. Schaub hit as he throws, incomplete, trying to get it to Andre Johnson, but Kevin Vickerson came in with pressure. And you talked about Albert Haynesworth being gone, John. One thing is Kyle Vanden Bosch is slow to get up, and Schaub feels the effects of that pass. One thing this Tennessee defense has done, Jim Washburn, the defensive line coach, gets these guys playing at 100 miles an hour.
There's no question. Here's Vickerson. A lot of these guys come from small schools, small backgrounds. Vickerson's out of Michigan State. They got guys from Winston-Salem State, Central Arkansas, Jacob Ford. These guys play hard. And when they get tired, they bring in a fresh guy. And he plays hard. And it doesn't stop. And it's a credit to Jim Washburn and Jeff Fisher. That's the way they play Titan football.
Well, they came out to get Vanden Bosch, who's walking off under his own power. He's the captain of that defensive front. And you made a good point. A lot of unheralded effort guys now that Haynesworth is gone. Remember, right at midnight of free agency, the Redskins were waiting and offered all the money to Hainsworth. And that was the guy next to Van den Bosch last year.
Well, Van den Bosch is not unheralded. He's like Captain Hook, man. He scares me just looking at him. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls. They got to get him back out there. They need him.
It's 3rd and goal here at the back end of the 3rd quarter. And again, they'll empty the backfield. To Slayton, couldn't get the connection, and Cortland Finnegan was all over that one. And a field goal opportunity coming.
I don't get that play selection. You know, that's a blitz beater right there. The Titans have not been blitzing at all this evening. Just a disappointing call right there. I think when you got Andre Johnson and this receiving core, you know, the old screen out to Slayton, to me, is not the wise choice.
Well, Chris Brown will come out and missed his last 2 field goals. Of course, last game they played 2 weeks ago at Indy, the one that would have forced overtime. And on the prior drive, he missed from 49. This one from 26. And ties the game.
Mike, this is a big quarter for the Houston Texans. They believe they're a playoff football team. They've battled, scratched, and fought to get to 5-4. They need this game. We're going to find out a lot about their character next 15 minutes.
Tennessee trying to win a 4th consecutive game. Michael Griffin returns the kickoff. Griffin almost gets through. He's brought down by John Beasing at the 33-yard line. For what it's worth, it means absolutely nothing. But it's the 3rd consecutive game that the Titans are tied 17-all after 3 quarters. 3 games in a row.
Wow, I didn't know all that.
That's some amazing, useless information.
Here's what I want to see. This is Vince Young, quarterback in his football team in a 4th quarter. He's already got 2 fourth-quarter come-from-behind victories since he's been back. This is crunch time, and this is when you want Vince Young at his best.
With Chris Johnson behind him, sitting on 100 yards, 1191 for the season. Young, a 1st down throw. For the fullback, Ahmad Hall, who made the catch but was down by contact at the 37-yard line, so we'll give him 4 yards. Hall, who was at the University of Texas over in Austin with Vince Young, former U.S. Marine. He's been very instrumental in Vince's comeback over the last year plus.
I don't want to gloss over that catch. That was pretty good for a fullback out in the flat, diving and making that grab, gaining 4 yards on the play.
Texans playing without their starting free safety, Eugene Wilson, left big toe injury. His return is questionable. There's the option read for Young. Nobody was there on the left side, and Young has the 1st down at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 10.
Well, here it is, shotgun. This is just the read option that Vince ran at Texas. He's going to read the defensive end, and if he closes, guess what? Vince is going to keep it. And that's an excellent read, and that's just stealing. You cannot play defense against Vince Young like that. That'll break your back.
Yeah, if you're going to crash the end, then the linebacker, Zach Giles, has to scrape off that. You just can't give Vince that kind of room. You got to be aware this team can spread you sideline to sideline with Young and Chris Johnson.
Here's Chris Johnson to the right. Try to bounce it to the outside. He's got 4 to the 49-yard line. So it's 104 for Chris Johnson. Young able to get it to both Scapes, the tight end. He's a 1.5 shot of the 1st down. Zach Dials and Jeff Scanina get to 3rd and a 1.5. You guys talked about option, and we've seen Vince Young be so effective on 3rd downs here. Can option football exist in the NFL?
I think if you sprinkle it in, I don't think you can major in it, but I think if you use it as a mixer, it can be a real weapon, especially if you have this guy running the option.
It's the 4-man rush. Young throws incomplete, flat. Dante Robinson on Kenny Britt. The contact back there in the secondary. Another flag is thrown back where the offensive line was. So let's check them both. Actually, there's a third in the center of the field.
I think everybody threw their flag on this one.
Could have 3 separate fouls on this play.
There's 5 out there now.
Stop.
Well, one more. We have an amusement park.
Well, third down and a long one. They choose to throw the ball.
Oh, gosh.
Love these meetings.
2 or 3 flags you need to get on the same page.
There are 2 fouls on the play.
Just 2.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, defense, number 23. That penalty is declined. Number 31. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 94. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So Antonio Smith, the defensive end, gets the one that they'll take because it's 15 yards and a first down for Tennessee at the Houston 30.
Take a look at it. That's Mawai.
Wow.
He hit Mawai. Woof. I wonder why Mawai got up holding that left side.
Wow.
That'll be a fine. That's for sure.
That should be an ejection. That can't be tolerated. That's nothing but a cheap shot.
Well, in this situation, you know, Antonio Smith, he was in the Super Bowl last year. He's got to know a lot better than that.
You're both right. Dumb play shouldn't be played. After that, from the 30, here's Johnson. Oh, he hit hard by Amobi Okoye and Zach Dials.
That's heating up now.
I think they're all talking to Kevin Mawai. And that's one guy I know is not going to take a lot of flack from anybody either.
Yeah, no.
Watch the center. Almost looked like he tried to chop block Okoye. He didn't like it.
Yep.
Don't like that either.
Keep your eye on Kevin Mawai. Keep your eye on the center.
Delwan Robinson's in the game on the defensive front. It's 2nd and 9. Young with 4 whistles. Called from the sideline. We have a false start flag. The head linesman with a preliminary indication.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Left tackle Michael Roos.
You know a name we haven't mentioned a whole lot tonight? Mario Williams. Been a little bit quiet. He's got to show up now with 11 minutes and 25 seconds to go. He needs to make a play.
You watched him on tape getting ready for this week, Jaws. What's going on with Mario?
He's a very good football player. What I not so don't like about the Texans scheme, kind of single him up a little more, do some more blitzes. We'll bring a safety down in the box, bring a linebacker sugar in those offensive linemen so they can't double team Mario.
Has 4 sacks, has had a shoulder injury as well this year. Johnson runs for about 2. D'Amico Rhines forces 3rd and long.
You know, the Houston Texans have gotten smaller on their defensive line. Since Bill Kolar came in here and became the defensive line coach, they've gotten a lot smaller. You see guys like Bowman. You see 94 Smith. They're lighter, they're quicker, and they play with more stamina. And you can see it right there.
They're in field goal range. From here, it would be a 48-yarder. So don't take a sack. Young down the middle for Scaife. Tied up by Bernard Pollard. 4th down.
One of the few times the Houston Texans brought some pressure. They brought the heat and they manned up in the secondary. And Pollard makes an outstanding play.
Well, this guy, Bernard Pollard, not only can he tackle, he can cover. And there it is, one-on-one coverage, key 3rd down situation. Not a real difficult route to defend, just a simple hook. But it's a nice job by Bernard Pollard playing pass defense. And another long-range field goal for Baronis.
49-yarder, made it from 50. Wide left, no good. 17 all here, 5 minutes nearly gone by in the 4th. Each team has made a field goal. Each team has missed one here in the second half. We'll take a peek at Vince Young here after this play. We went to break. We saw him down on the sideline. Trainer looking at a power game being shown here by the Texans. Chris Brown runs up the middle for about 4 yards. Let's just show you the third down play back by the quarterback, Vince Young.
I think you're going to see number 94, Antonio Smith, blocked to the ground. And that's where a lot of injuries occur. You know that better than anybody, Ron.
Oh, yeah.
When you're stepping up in the pocket, guys are all over the ground. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, your foot gets planted. You're in that turf. That's where the injuries happen.
Kevin Mawai was blocking Smith, threw him down in there. Of course, Kerry Collins, who took them to the best record in the league last year, is Young's backup. Corner blitz, 2nd and 5. That was picked up, and they didn't get Tony Brown, who's had a big impact night on the other side of the line.
Well, Matt Schaub did not read the corner blitz as quick as you did, Mike. Once he came, you got to get the ball out of your hand to Andre Johnson. You'll see right here down below. Here comes the corner blitz. Matt's got to see that. Immediately get the ball to Andre Johnson. A little sluggo, slant and go on.
You know, Chuck Cecil, the defensive coordinator of the Titans, has made some gutsy perimeter blitz calls. That's one of them right there.
4 sacks for the Titans tonight, 2 by the veteran Brown. 3rd and 14. Schaub down the middle. 3 Titans waiting in front of Johnson. Couldn't get it there. Keith Bullock got up and deflected it. That's a 3 and out for the Houston offense.
And that's a great series right there for the Titan defense. When you miss a long-range field goal and you give the ball up at the 40-yard line and get a 3 and out stop, that's big.
And Keith Bullock right here, if he doesn't tip this ball, it will be intercepted by the Titans. You can see Chris Hope is waiting for that ball to come down to him. That was an ill-advised throw from Matt Schaub.
Kevin Caseverhorn back for the Matt Turk punt. Good kick. Big kick. 55 yards in a last-second fair catch by Caseverhorn back at the 10, and that was very casual. All tied at 17. Vince Young back out there to Chris Johnson. Gained about 1.5 yards. Ryans the tackle. Mario Williams started it.
You know, one thing I like about this Texan defense, their new defensive coordinator, Frank Bush, they get turnovers in the 4th quarter. They've collected 11 fourth-quarter turnovers. That's at the top of the NFL. And this crowd has a lot to do with it.
Young throws, 2nd and 8. There he goes. There he goes. Good block by Kenny Britt as well. 1st down for Vince at the 23-yard line.
Wow, here's the 3rd time Vince Young has found his wheels and got on his horse and run for a 1st down on 3rd down. Take a look at it. He's going to step up in the pocket. Doesn't see anybody open. That's Dante Robinson out there. Hey.
Yeah.
That's a franchise corner.
Yeah, make a tackle. He's a, what did you call me? That's a business decision.
Well, I try to tell you, this guy, Vince Young, he's not for everybody, Ron. He is dangerous when he has his hands on the football.
Well, give me a corner that'll tackle somebody too, John.
9 rushes tonight, 62 yards. Back to the air. Caught by Crumpler, the tight end, near the 30.
You know, nobody talks about the Titan tight ends either. Bo Scaife, there's Algie Crumpler. He's been in 4 Pro Bowls. Reliable pass receiving tight ends that can block, run patterns. They're 2 very, very good football players. Getting out of that backed up situation is huge.
You're right.
In regards to field position, if the Titans do need to punt.
Yeah, now the Texans got to bow their back. They're going to show what they're made of here. They need a stop.
Johnson, 1st down.
And the clock just keeps ticking and ticking. And since Vince Young returned to quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, they have time of possession working for them. Almost 7 minutes a game more time of possession for the Titan offense since Vince Young in this running game is back in form. And that keeps your defense standing over there, just getting ready to get another drink of Gatorade to come out and play defense.
They're actually sitting over there.
Johnson, gain of 2.
But that's big, Ron. That's very, very important when you can control the ball and control the clock. And when you can run the football and set Vince Young up for 3rd down and 2s, 3rd down and 3s, I don't know how you defend this guy because he can throw it, he can run it, they can run option plays. Very difficult on any defense.
Straight drop back. Bumped as he threw. Incomplete. Is he setting it up for another highlight moment here tonight? 3rd down, in trouble. Tripped up and thrown incomplete. Tim Bowman put a leg out and tripped Vince Young and is lucky not to get a tripping flag.
They can't miss that surprise. That was a trip, Mike, and you use the word. You'll see Vince Young right here. Here comes the pressure. There's the trip. Geez. Bowman definitely just put the leg out and tripped Vince Young. Not called.
You know, for the life of me, I can't understand that. That is a penalty.
I've been very critical of the officials again.
Glenn Martinez back. Brett Kern the kick. Oh, a direct snap to the up back to the personal protector, but a timeout was called or a delay of game?
I believe a delay of game. Clock is down to 0.
Donnie Nicky.
Delay of game.
The personal protector was waiting.
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Killer.
What a gutsy call. Alan Lowry, the special team coach of the Tennessee Titans. You all remember the miracle. And you'll see it here. Check the clocks. The clock struck 0. The ball was not snapped.
Absolutely.
We all remember the Music City Miracle. Alan Lowry had a play. Frankie Wycheck made an unbelievable play on it, and they advanced in the playoffs. Alan Lowry, the special teams coach, always has good gimmicks and gadgets.
This year they went to the Super Bowl. Folks in Buffalo still think it was a forward pass.
Surprising.
Kern kicks it 47 yards. Glenn Martinez made one man miss. Martinez stays on his feet. Here's a guy who does limited punt returns.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, receiving team, number 94. That penalty is declined. Holding, receiving team, number 29. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
The game's on the line from their own 9, tied at 17. Dangerous pass for Andre Johnson, blanketed by Nick Harper, who was part of the Indianapolis Super Bowl winners.
You know, Nick Harper, he saw this route in the first half. He saw Andre Johnson push it up to 5 yards and then break to the inside. It's hard to get Nick Harper twice on the same route in one football game. That guy's played a lot of good cornerback in the National Football League.
But I still believe a better throw would have been complete. It was kind of back-shouldered a bit to Andre Johnson.
Schaub has missed on his last 4. Gets this one. David Anderson, 1st down, 24. Picked up 15.
Boy, that's a big catch by David Anderson right there. You're backed up under the shadow of your goalpost. About 5 minutes ago in the game. You need someone to step up and make a play.
I think they blow the coverage. You're going to see the flat route right here, but the Titans just get outflanked. It's just a simple stick route with David Anderson in the flat. They blew the coverage. That can't happen when you got him backed up in 2nd and long.
Vincent Fuller has to take that flat. He stayed inside.
First down of the quarter. Play action, Schaub, loading, looking deep, it's covered. Slayton's got room. Hit it fast, Steve Slayton. Out near midfield and holding on with 2 hands. Gain of 22.
John's been talking about Steve Slayton all night. He is the explosive back in this backfield. He needs to get his touches.
Yeah, but the thing is great right here, Ron, is Schaub, he wants to go deep, but just watch the check down to Steve Slayton. That clock goes off. That's an excellent job by Matt Schaub, finding the alternate receiver, and it sure does help when you got a guy like Steve Slayton that can rally for 20 yards after the catch.
Yeah, and the Texans 6 of 7 for 121 yards in play action tonight. They're hot.
Slayton, this is 5th carry of the night. No gain. Most of their running has been with Chris Brown. So now here you are under 4 minutes. Both teams the full complement of timeouts in this game.
Here's a stretch play. Just take a look at how many Tennessee Titan defenders get in on this tackle. Look at the effort. You think this isn't important?
Second and 10, pressure from the Titans. Schaub down the middle for Johnson. Oh, almost intercepted. He saw Johnson coming over, had to get rid of it with the pressure that was coming from William Hayes, and Chris Hope almost had a pick.
Yeah, the pressure really disoriented Matt Schaub. He had to get rid of the football. He had Andre Johnson down the middle of the field, but you'll see the pressure in his face. He needed just another second to really get it defined in the secondary. He did not. Took a shot, almost picked off.
And William Hayes, I'll tell you, William Hayes has had an excellent game rushing the passer for the Titans.
0 for 2 on 3rd and 10 or more tonight. They hit 1 of 5 on average during the year. Underneath, Johnson dropped it. Slayton, I'm sorry, dropped it. He had space thinking about that move he was going to make to try to get the first down. Couldn't put a fork in it, and with 3:01 to go, the opportunity will belong to Tennessee.
You'll see Slayton coming underneath. Ball's on his hands. Got to make the catch, but I'm not sure he would have the first down. You had Harper right out in the flat and Vincent Fuller in the flat. They were ready to make a play on him.
Let's see if Matt Turk can push the Titans back inside the 10. Very high kick, Case for Hard, fair catching back at the 5. So it'll be a long field to go. Record crowd, 71,153. Bob McNair, founder, chairman, CEO of the Texans, who threw out at the start of the season the fact that this should be a team ready to make the playoffs. They're trying to get to 6-4, dealing with a tie game against the Titans. Vince Young option down here to Chris Johnson. John Beasing played it very well. Gain of 2 and a flag thrown for a horse collar. Beasing, the backup safety in for Eugene Wilson, had it diagnosed, had Johnson, but reached inside for the horse collar, and it'll add 15 to the play.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 40, 15-yard penalty, first down.
You know, does he even get in there?
I think
so.
he's got the shirt.
How about
Let's see it?
How about the call?
Oh, wow. That's horrible. He's got the shirt.
How about the huddle call, man? You're running an option on your own 5-yard line with the season on the line. They faked a punt on the last series. Jeff Fisher's going for broke. He wants this game. He's going to do anything he can in this drive.
He's playing to win.
Get it done.
It's a 4th personal foul this half, and that was a mistake. It's a bad call. We have a flag here. We'll back the Titans up 5.
False start, offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
It's interesting with the dreads that Johnson has coming out of the back of the helmet. You got to reach up under the dreads to get in there to make a horse collar. So you really would see it if that's the case. I don't know what he was looking at.
Well, you'll see it right here. His hand is clearly right on the numbers, holding his name Johnson. That was not grabbing the pads. It was not grabbing the helmet. It was a clean takedown.
1st and 15. Johnson dances to the left. Look out for the speed of Chris Johnson. To the outside, to the 41-yard line. First down and a gain of 22.
Chris Johnson is arguably the hottest running back in the NFL right now. You'll see right here. Look at the quickness. Look at the lateral agility, making people miss. And then you get him in the open space, and he finishes.
Titans are going to let this run down to the 2-minute warning. How about these moves, guys?
Yeah, this guy's doing it, though. He's like he's in a blender.
Titans at their own 41. And a full complement of timeouts. The middle run for Johnson, 7 to the 48. That'll take him over 150 yards. 151 for Chris Johnson on the night. 1242 on the season rushing yard total.
Well, he came in tonight averaging 165 yards rushing over the last 3 games. He's on pace to probably do that again tonight.
I like what Tennessee's doing with the clock right here. They're trying to methodically get in position for Baronis and not give the Texans any time.
Young throws. It's caught by Crumpler, the tight end. Now it ruled incomplete. Back judge comes in and says did not catch it, so incomplete. 1:17 left. Again, they'll go upstairs to look at it. Last 2 minutes. Review done in the replay booth.
Well, you see the nose of the ball got down. That's going to be a very difficult catch.
Well, he's got it there, then goes to the ground with it secured. I would imagine they'll stop this. I would imagine they'll stop this upstairs, seeing that replay for a longer look. They did. It just got buzzed.
Yeah.
So now they'll take a look here with 1:17 to go.
Algie Crumpler, what a catch.
The last play will be reviewed by the replay assistant.
Okay, this is being reviewed upstairs. Algie Crumpler's catch would give the Titans a first down. And Jaws, as we were going through here, fingertip, great job to keep it from touching the ground.
Right.
Now, his hands aren't on it yet, so he doesn't have it until right about there where both hands are on it. As that happens, and you roll it just a little bit more, his body comes down on the ball while it's touching the ground. John, you think catch?
I would reward that as a catch. Even if I was on the other side, I would say that's a heck of a catch, Algie.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Incomplete pass. Please reset the play clock to 10 seconds.
And I think the point is when the second hand came off to secure it, Ron,
You have to have control.
Right, that's
He
it.
did not have control of the football while it was touching the ground.
now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, that's interesting to see if Jeff Fisher's in 4-down territory.
No.
He's got
no.
Wait, I guarantee if he gets in 4th and real short, he'll go for it.
It's 4th and 3, not going to go for it because it's 1 first down for a game-winning field goal. The other one. Young with pressure. They rush 5. He gets out. Will he get there? Yeah. First down, Young. Sideline and out of bounds at the 41.
You don't need 4th down now.
Yeah, but watch Chris Johnson, after 29 carries and 150 yards, throw the lead block. Watch 28 as Vince Young escapes the pocket to his left. 3rd down and 3 at crunch time. There goes Vince. Watch Chris Johnson right there at the key block. These are football players. The Tennessee Titans love this situation.
Going by pregame kicks. What Baronis made, that red line is where they needed to get to. So they're about 3 yards away from his distance in pregame. So they're knocking on the door. Vince trying to come back to the right. Couldn't get the screen set up. Throws it at Chris Johnson's feet with 1:03 left. Still all 3 timeouts. And here was Rob Baronis in pregame. Remember, this is the stadium where Baronis, the opponent, where Baronis set the record for 8 field goals in a game. So we got great comfort kicking against these guys, and made one already tonight in this half from 50.
He made the 50-yarder. It was good from about 57 or 58 when he cleared the crossbar.
There's a slight breeze. Remember, the roof is open tonight, but I don't think it'll impact the kicks very much. Second down, Young throws incomplete off of 2 sets of hands. First Hawkins and then Washington. 3rd down. Got to get some yards here to get a little bit closer for Baronis.
Well, they played man-to-man that time on defense, the Houston Texans, and they're spying on Vince Young that time. Here's a 4-man rush, man-to-man everywhere. Nobody open. And they have a linebacker. He's just spying on Vince Young, waiting for him to scramble.
It was D'Amico Ryans just eyeballing Vince Young as he broke the pocket. He was going to attack.
From here, field goal's 58 yards. So will they run and scramble Young? He'll throw underneath. It is caught for the first shot of the first down by Britt at the 35. So the field goal comes to 53. The timeout taken by Houston to preserve time on the other end of a made or missed field goal. The Texans are down to 2. And here comes Rob Baronis, who in this stadium 2 years ago set the NFL record 8 for 8.
Length is no problem.
Well, the problem is if he misses it, you give the ball to the Houston Texans at the 43-yard line with 50 seconds left. I never liked this situation, but when you have a big leg like Baronis, you owe it to your football team to let him try it.
And it's all a part of the battery. It's not just the kicker. It's Ken Amato, the snapper, and Brett Kern, third different holder this year. From 53 for the lead, Baronis. On line. Long enough. And the Titans lead by 3. Rob Baronis, who was making about $1,000 a week kicking in the Arena League about 5-6 years ago. Hits a big one. Bud Adams says Eddie George and company, we may get out of here with a win.
Rob Baronis right down the middle, over the pipe by a good 5 or 6 feet. Jeff Fisher couldn't be happier.
I guarantee you the Tennessee Titans are listening carefully to their special teams coach Alan Lowry right now. They struggled covering Andre Davis early in the game, kicking it to him. They've been pooching the ball around the 25 to 28-yard line. This is a critical kick and cover situation for the Tennessee Titans. Let's see where they kick the ball. Will they kick it deep to Davis, or will they kick it to one of the up men? Because Andre Davis has taken it coast to coast several times in this league.
3 in his career. This is a Houston Texans team that has knocked on the door a couple of times in close games and come up short. This will go a long way to determining where the field position is. Chris Brown, who missed a game-winning, game-tying field goal in their last game at Indianapolis, may get another chance.
This is where special teams coaches earn their money.
Short kick by Baronis. The fullback Leach taking it up the sideline, and it goes out of bounds with very decent field position for the Texans and Matt Schaub. This is one of 3 teams. The Texans, the Jets, and the Cardinals have not scored in the final 2 minutes of regulation. It depends, have you been in that situation? And the Texans have a few times and have not been able to punch in a tying score.
Well, that pooch kick gave the Texans outstanding field position. They only need about 25 yards, and they'll be in range for Chris Brown. 44 seconds to go, and they have 2 timeouts. All kinds of time.
Schaub from the 38 throws underneath David Anderson. First down at the 48-yard line. Charles, I'd say they're about 17 yards away from a legitimate opportunity for Brown. They don't take the timeout. Half-minute remaining. Schaub throws again to Anderson. Has the first down. That red line is field goal range based on pregame kicks by Brown. Finnegan pulling Anderson unnecessarily at the end of the play. Timeout Texans, 21 seconds left. From here, it's a 56-yard field goal attempt.
Those are 2 very good throws by Matt Schaub in this situation. They get the ball out quick and on time before the pass rush can get there. Good usage of a timeout. They are in long-range field goal range right now. Don't be surprised if the Tennessee Titans pull the trigger on a blitz right here. They have got to get to Matt Schaub.
No pressure here, John. 4-man rush.
Schaub quickly gets rid of it. Pass is caught. That is Walter. It's at the 32 from here. Field goal's about 50 yards.
Now they're okay. They got a timeout left.
Not taking it here. They're going to kill the clock with 8 seconds left. And time for one play if they so choose here on second down. You can get one more play in to get a little bit closer.
Exactly. There's a timeout left. That's the key. A timeout is left.
Going in this direction here was Brown in pregame, his long 53. And from here, the 31, you're talking 48 yards.
Now, John, this is where you might see the blitz. Try to knock him out of field goal range. But it doesn't look like it.
He's going to run it to the middle of the field. Schaub keeps it right there, takes the timeout with 6 seconds left. So sometimes you have to wait years. Sometimes you have to wait months. For Chris Brown, it's 2 weeks but 1 game. He had the opportunity to make a 42-yarder at Indy, the team they cannot beat in this division. He missed it wide to the left. And this original Texan, the only guy to play in every Houston Texans game, was unable to kick the game winner, like he's done a dozen times before, game tire. Now he's got another opportunity for redemption.
Well, you're going to have time to talk up here because I do know Jeff Fisher is going to ice this guy. As soon as he gets ready to kick the field goal, he's going to take a timeout. The Houston Texans, guys, have lost some of the biggest heartbreakers this year I've ever seen. They've lost 3 games basically on a final play of the ball game. And I would be shocked if Jeff Fisher doesn't take a timeout to ice Chris Brown.
He has 3. He can only use 1. It'll be a 49-yard field goal attempt. Fisher doesn't look like he's going to call timeout. He'll let him go. Brown's kick is leaking to the left. And like the Colt game, he missed it to the left. No good. And the Titans will win. He has been unbelievably dependable throughout his time in Houston. The only kicker the Texans have had. A dozen game winners and back-to-back games to tie the game. On essentially the final snap, missed them both left.
The operation was perfect. Snap, hold, he pulled the kick.
And I tell you look at Jeff Fisher. That's where experience pays off big time. They were 0-6. Jeff Fisher's experience in this league as a head coach. I talked to several players, as did you, Ron. They just stayed the course, trusted the program. Jeff Fisher never wavered. And all of a sudden, the Tennessee Titans are 4-6. They're a couple games out of a wild card berth.
And Vince Young has won again.